All right. Hello, hello. We are doing a special stream, or I guess not a special stream, but we are breaking from our normal content in honor of Halloween and our spookier season to play a game that my coworker recommended and I know absolutely nothing about. We're going in completely blind. Slay the Princess. So we do have content warnings here, and I did want to make sure that everyone saw this because if you go to www.blacktabbygames.com, you can see the list of content warnings. I did just check it, and obviously, as a reminder, please keep yourself safe during these. Feel free to navigate away if there is anything that completely just I don't I don't know how it triggers you. There's the word. Uh, Excellent. And for anyone that's new, my name is Kels, and yeah, I don't know what I'm about to get into. So let's see how fucked up my coworker is. Okay. Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings, there are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. Okay. Well, I guess I'm supposed to slay her. She's just sitting there, like chained up. That doesn't seem very sporting. Yeah, I know. Chat, you are correct. If the princess needs to be slayed because she's homicidal, our reaction to her is foregone. We do have a thing for murderers. I don't know what our problem is. Well, okay. Let's uh let's slay the princess, I guess. All right, chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path
Oh, it's
in
voiced.
the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
I'm so excited that it's voiced. I don't have to talk through the entire thing. I will probably talk through the entire thing because I can't shut up, but yay.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay. Oh, okay. Let's see. So the end of the world, what are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? That is a very good point. I like this inner voice me. Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Can't someone else do this? Also a good question. Forget it, I'm not doing this, or have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? There are a million different options here. Do I get some sort of reward for doing this? Also a good question. Oh, okay, thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet, I've always wanted to off a monarch. Viva la revolution. Just be silent or turn around and leave. You know what? We are going to be spicy and say, you know what? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Because that seems like a logical question.
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
Well, a bit sarcastic, aren't we?
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
Because you say so? Like, see, this is where we're going to start having an issue because they're just telling me she's bad, and so therefore it feels almost like they're telling me to do something. Therefore, I don't want to do it. I don't care if she's going to end the world. Fuck that.
And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
Okay, narrator, I get to be the sarcastic one here. That is my vibe.
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that.
Yeah, but what if I like the princess? Like, I don't like the world sometimes. Like, I am very much a, like, die for you, fuck the world kind of person. Although I guess, like, if the world ends, we're probably both going to die.
It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical
Thank you.
chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
I agree. What if the world deserves to end? Like, this is a world where we're locking up a princess for some reason.
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Did I get my job through, like, a magazine clipping, or, like, how did I get this job? Because this job sucks. Okay. Let's see. So, personal answer would be seems kind of bad, though, as a starter probing question. There we go. Yeah, like, are we in Omelas or something? Let's see. Hmm. I'm, I mean, can't someone else do this?
Unfortunately, you're the only one who can pull this off. I don't make the rules. I wish I did, but I don't.
Well, thank you. I mean, killing a princess seems kind of bad, though. Like, doesn't it?
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Okay, but what if I don't slay anything? Then slaying a princess is worse. I mean, I'm with you, chat. What is the reward? Although he's probably going to be sarcastic again and tell me that, oh, the reward is the world not ending, haha.
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
Never mind, I'm in. I don't know what it is yet. Okay, can you tell me what my prize is going to be for doing a good job?
It's a secret, but I think you'll like it. It's a special reward, just for you. And whatever you think it might be, I can promise you it's going to be even better than your wildest imagination.
Okay, and now I'm turned off again because that seems too good to be true now. So there's something fucked up with this. I'm calling it now. Not just because we're in a horror game. There we go. The narrator makes a compelling point about eating the rich, but we don't know enough about how much damage the rich have done to this world to make an informed decision. Exactly. Like, I don't know about this universe. Maybe I shouldn't be killing princesses. You know what? Maybe we should ask. Like, the end of the world, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Okay, well, if there's no more people, then I'm gonna guess that neither she nor I will exist either, unless she doesn't qualify as a person. But how can a princess locked away in a basement end the world?
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
So they've given me a job description, but no, like, pay or qualifications or anything. So this is going real great. Do you have any evidence to back this up?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
Okay, you, sir, have never talked to a person with ADHD, because the number of times I've walked into a room and then forgotten what I was doing in there, like, let's not use that as a basis for our decisions. Otherwise, my whole life will go to shit. So, exactly, I am going to linger on the specifics. Fuck you. Okay, here we go. We have a maybe answer, which is kind of what I want. Look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her, and if she's as bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll slay her. But I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to face. Mostly because then that's me deciding to do it, not them telling me to do it, and so that doesn't trigger the, like, fuck you impulse. Let's find out how this works.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out. Then each and every one of us is doomed.
I mean, I don't personally care about you yet, so...
So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
Yes, also, we do need to know how hot the face is before we make out with it. Let's be clear. Let's see if the princess is cute.
Path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
So I have a voice of a hero. What the fuck is wrong with me?
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Or is that not my voice? In my head? Okay, well, this is my only option, so I guess we proceed. Oh. Yeah, we have no intention of pulling out with her.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Exactly. The voice of the hero is competing with us for control of the narrative. Currently, it's us and the narrator. So we're in like this three-way lock of like the hero wants to do what's right. The narrator just wants us to slay this princess for some reason. And we're over here like, okay, but is she cute? Or like, what's the social economic crisis going on here? Like, is there something we should know about?
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay. I mean, what do we think? Do we want to take the blade? I mean, there's nothing wrong with having the blade, right? But also, it's telling me to take it, so therefore I don't want to take it. You know what? Fuck you. You can't tell me what to do. We're just gonna enter the basement without it. Watch me have to, like, strangle her with my bare hands.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Okay, the hero needs to, like, take 3 steps back and keep it in his pants. Like, usually I'm really quick to jump to things, but, I'm not that quick. There we go. The princess is Morgana, and we refuse to be Yukimasa. So, therefore...
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
No, you're playing a dangerous game by telling me directly to do things, and I can't be controlled. But thank you. Oh, there we go. Hi! Just checking in on you. I'm here to save you. I can lie and say I'm here to save you. Hey, I think I'm here to slay you, or just continue on down the stairs. I mean, you know what? Honesty is important, so we're gonna say, hey, I think I'm here to slay you.
You must have the wrong address.
Okay.
Great job. You've given away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero.
Girl is out in the middle of nowhere in a cabin, like, and she left the knife upstairs. I don't think that we were going to have any sort of surprise. There, she hasn't earned our distrust yet.
You walk down the stairs.
Seriously, what am I
and
worried
lock
about?
eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Poor
She's
thing.
beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
Again, keep it in your pants, my dude. Please.
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. You were joking about coming to kill me, right? Do you think you could get me out of these chains?
Let's see. So we can talk a bit first, or examine the chains. Okay, so here's my thought. Obviously, we should probably talk to her first. That would probably be important. But, also, there's nothing wrong with examining the chains. But it does say I'll see what I can do, and I probably don't want to go quite that far. So let's talk a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I probably deserved that one. Yeah, what if we turn this prison into a gilded cage where she has luxuries and comforts without putting the world at risk? I mean, she's still in a cage. Like, she's literally still in a cage. We either need to let her out or kill her. Or see what she wants to do. Maybe she has other ideas here. You know what? What's your name?
Oh.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
Okay.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is
Okay.
Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess?
Okay, so I'm glad that the voice of the hero has like two brain cells and occasionally they rub together and make a thought, but most of the time they're just off in their own separate places doing separate things. So is Princess your name? I probably do not need to keep going on with this, but it's more fun that way.
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like.
Odd.
I'm sorry, I've been down here so long I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name though. Everyone has a name.
Yeah.
Okay, that's weird. She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
Stop telling me what to do. I don't want to slay her then. Let's see. I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason. I wasn't kidding when I said I was sent here to kill you. You're apparently going to end the world. If I'm the first person you've seen in a while, what have you been eating or drinking? This is 100% not the most important question, but it is the most important question to me at this moment. So,
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
well, why won't you answer?
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant.
I don't care.
Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
Exactly. We have personal experience not knowing our own name. This only garners more sympathy from us. Let's see. I mean, I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason.
Okay.
I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
I mean, I would hope not.
You have all the explanation you need.
I don't have any
You should know better
explanation.
than to trust whatever she comes up with.
I wasn't kidding when I said I was sent here to kill you. You're apparently going to end the world. Because, I mean, she deserves to know, I guess. I don't know. She doesn't know. The narrator knows. He's just being a dick.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
How long?
How long has she been locked away?
Oh, great. Now I'm vibing with the hero.
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
I was hoping you'd tell me.
I don't know how to destroy the world, if that's what you're getting at.
I don't know either.
I believe her. She doesn't have to know
of
how
course
to
you do.
destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
At the
Okay.
end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust.
I just met you, girl.
Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why.
You can't even tell me your name.
I don't trust that. And I don't think you do either, or you wouldn't have come down here to talk.
She has a point. We're talking like this for a reason.
So this shouldn't be about what I'd do if I got out of here, or me saying the right thing to convince you to save me.
Exactly. She agrees that there's something between the two of us. Right now, it seems to be somewhat of a hostage situation where she's the hostage and I'm the thing that can let her out, but there's something between us.
This is about how messed up this whole situation is. This is my life we're talking about. Do you really think I can even end the world? Why would I even want to?
I mean, you have been locked up down here.
We both know that if there's people we can't trust in this situation, it's whoever locked me down here. And it's whoever sent you here. And those two groups are probably one and the same.
Okay, but if they were one and the same, why wouldn't they just kill you instead of locking you up down here? Like, that's my big question. That's the big thing that keeps coming back to me, is, there's got to be a reason she's down here. And there's also got to be a reason that they didn't just kill her, other than, you know, otherwise we wouldn't have a game to play. So,
Don't let her
something's
turn the
not adding
tables
up.
here. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the
Who
sake
is
of
we?
one person, and a subjugating monarch, no less.
Okay, so I can kill you, but I can't just set you free. It's too risky. But if I stayed for a while and just kept you company, then maybe everyone could be happy. I feel like no one would be happy in that scenario. I'm going to keep you locked away down here, at least for a little bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do and keep her locked away. Or I'm sorry, but I just can't trust you. This doesn't add up and isn't worth the risk to take your word over the potential fate of the world and retrieve the blade. Or just go get the blade. Or I can't believe they've been keeping you down here like this. I'm getting you out of here. Okay, yeah, I agree. Like, she does have an understandable reaction to being told she needs to be killed. But she's very lucid about it, despite the fact that she doesn't seem to know anything. And she's very calm. But also, this narrator is a voice in my head telling me I need to kill someone, and that is generally not a good idea. Also, the voice of the hero is kind of pissing me off too. So, what do I want to do here? Because I think I have to make a decision here. You know what? I'll let her decide. What if I just stayed for a while and kept you company? Then maybe everyone could be happy. I have a feeling she's gonna, like, rip me apart for this one, but...
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
Thank you, hero.
I don't think I could bear being down here that much longer.
Fair.
Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out. So I'm the only one who liked that idea.
Yeah, I knew it was a bad idea.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. It would make it easier for both of us if you'd help.
Excuse me?
But if you don't, I can promise that you'll regret that decision.
Excuse me?
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
Well, there's some red flags coming up there. Okay, I actually have to make a decision now. And the, like, music in the background is not helping. Yeah, exactly. She's starting to sound like Circus Baby from Five Nights at Freddy's sister location. That's what, like, I was trying to figure out what that voice sounded like. Okay. Oh. Here's the thing. Here's the thing that I keep coming back to. So I could kill her, based on what this narrator keeps telling me. Or I could let her out, which also does not seem to be a bad, great thing, considering the fact she just turned into a demon halfway through there. But keeping her locked in the basement does not seem to be a good idea either. Because what if she gets out? Then, like, I'm target number one, and I don't want to be target number one. So... okay. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do here? You know what? It's a love story. That's what the warning told us. It's a love story. So fuck it. She's gonna become our love interest. Let's get you out of here.
You can't be serious.
Shut up, narrator. It's a love story.
Thank you. Thank you. You won't regret this, I promise.
I'm going to 100% regret this.
You're making a huge mistake.
Exactly. Roll for initiative here.
I think you're doing the right thing.
Thank you, hero. You are going to be the only person that thinks that, but thank you.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug.
Is this going to be where I find out I don't know how to get her out of the chains?
They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I mean, I assume if she could free herself, she would have done that, so...
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
No. Why would
Maybe
I have the
it's
key?
somewhere upstairs.
Okay.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Okay, fair. I mean, she's been locked down here. I'm gonna guess she doesn't have any other ideas or she would have done them already. So I'm gonna check upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying around somewhere up there, and if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
Thank you. Aren't you cute?
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Okay, well now I need a second key, but thank you. There we go. What if she explodes when she leaves the basement, and that's what kills everyone?
Is someone else here?
Well, that or the doors just lock themselves. We're just gonna try the door, because I don't know that I want to say anything.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Okay, well, you know what? Lying has always done me well to begin with. So, worst case scenario, I get someone to talk to me, I lie to them and tell them that I am getting the blade and then try to knock them out. I don't know. I don't have a plan yet. But hey, let me out of
Your
here.
shouts and pleas are met with silence.
Okay, never mind.
You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Well, narrator, you're a fucking bitch then. Okay, return to the bottom of the stairs, I guess.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
And guess what? This would have been so much easier if you just not told me to take the blade and told me to slay the princess. Because the thing is that I know that if they hadn't told me that and she'd started talking to me in that, like, demon voice, yeah, I probably would have slayed the princess.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yeah.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
Well, now, we both live down here. This is a love story.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
Do you know how to break down a door?
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth.
Excuse me?
Tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
What? Okay. I don't even have anything to say about that. Okay. You know what? Girl's a little freaky, and I'm scared now, but that's okay.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you. The clang of bouncing metal.
Okay.
It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking, oh.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
I'm not liking what's happening now, but thank you. You know what? We've done it this far. She's already started eating her flesh for us, so I think we're ride or die now. We're gonna save the princess. Fuck it. Fuck you.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade
Her
against
eyes
the
are
ragged,
so big.
self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh.
Okay, well, ride or die,
The
I
blade
guess.
is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
I don't think that's how bones work, but that's okay.
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit.
As a reminder, there were trigger warnings. Hopefully this hasn't gotten anyone yet. Yeah, this is all legitimately unsettling.
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
No, she just went for it.
No, she didn't.
Okay.
She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground.
Okay, so now I have a demon girlfriend.
How is she still smiling after everything?
I
It's
don't
like
even
she
know
isn't
what
even
to say.
bothered by what just happened.
We're like half an hour into this game, if that.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
There we go. Are you gonna eat that hand, or can I have it? Okay, let's approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
Okay, Mr. Narrator, do you have a body to
As
stop?
the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Well, fuck me. I guess he is the narrator.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
Exactly. You can't just do
Watch
that. No.
What are you doing?
It's the narrator. Oh, I have a warn her. Fuck it. I'll warn her. Because I don't like being told what to do.
Stop that.
No.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Well, according to the narration, I do
Your
actually.
body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart.
Okay, girl is already walking around with like no arm and blood just like pumping out. What makes us think that we're going to stab her to death? Like, legitimate question here. I don't think the blood loss is a big deal to her. I don't know what is. Maybe like she needs her heart or something, but girl's got some things that are not working normal. So yeah, Mr. Narrator does sound like he has a personal stake in this. So
But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
yeah, well, my arm looks real damn janky, so something's weird here. Ooh, I can resist. That is my option here. Let's resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
I don't want to. Don't tell me what
As
to
your
do.
body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
Okay, I think we just met, so you don't know shit, but
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I don't know what I'm doing. I am just reacting.
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
Try to be quick with what?
She plunges it into your chest,
Oh.
tearing through flesh
Love.
and sinew. It
Thanks.
is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
I mean, I guess that is a normal reaction for her, isn't it?
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake.
What are we toughing out? She's trying to kill us.
For her sake. Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
There we go. Let's bite off our own hand to show solidarity.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, this is going real well.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she?
Clearly not.
Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
Well, I just gave her a lot of
One
trauma.
last thrust of the knife. Your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right?
I mean, it's kind of seeming like it's gonna end like this, hero.
Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark. And you die.
All right, chapter 2, the damsel. I don't know what the fuck we just did.
You're on a path in the woods. And at the end of
Oh.
that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Is he over here trying, like, this man is going to call me a stupid motherfucker very soon. I can feel it.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I mean, it was the end of my world, so... I can just turn around and leave. I mean, I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu.
Terrible sense of deja vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're
Oh,
going to
lovely,
save
I
our
picked up
beloved,
another
we'll
voice.
have to be sneaky about it. Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
Please excuse me as I sat there and counted to 4.
We'll see about
I'm
that.
good.
Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
You know what? Maybe I am too.
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Okay, never mind. Don't lump me in with him. I mean, this is more than just deja vu, though. I'm pretty sure this whole thing literally just happened.
We could go back and forth on this forever, and it won't get you any closer to doing your job and saving the world. So let's just agree to disagree.
Okay, I could ignore him. But you know what I'm going to do? We're gonna fucking turn around and leave. Because you're giving me the option.
Are we running away? What are you doing? We have to save her.
Shut the fuck up.
Seriously?
I have to
You're
do
just
nothing.
going to turn around and leave. Do you even know where you're going?
I don't know where I'm going to begin with, so... Yeah, the only thing that matters is where I'm not going. The cabin. I'm not going to go to the cabin. Yes, that's how Michael felt with this labyrinth in his head.
Quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
Thank you, narrator. See, all you have to do is submit to me. I'm fine with that.
That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin.
Something's
How
fucky there.
convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
I'm gonna turn around again and leave again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
And why are you making that my problem? Seems like a you
Fine.
problem.
You turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Wait, something isn't right. Can you still hear me? You're supposed to wind up back at the cabin again. But everything is getting fuzzy.
Okay, I didn't think I could actually leave.
What's going on? Where are we?
Oh, great. I kept the hero.
Oh, I don't like this one bit. There's not a single damsel in sight. How dull.
Okay, I missed the narrator. Can he come back? This hair? The world around you is unwound, its physical matter replaced by a textured nothingness. It is quiet. There's a distant rumbling, a sound of many sounds. Undulations pulse louder as something other comes close. Oh, those are hands. Oh, I don't like hands. Feelers probe across the fabric of reality. Extremities find your consciousness and wrap themselves around it. You are no longer alone. Resistance. Fingers drag claws across the glass surface of your soul. Frustration. This vessel is full of you. I need something empty I can crawl inside of. I need something shaped like me. So is this why the princess is going to destroy the world? Okay, I can wake up, or I can just embrace these thoughts. These thoughts don't seem to be getting me any nice place. But if I just wake up, I'm gonna end up in the cabin again, so... You know what? We've made our decision. We're gonna stick to it. We're just gonna embrace these thoughts. Urgency. You have a story you need to finish. It is the only way for us to escape this place, us. Force pushing against your will. No, you cannot go back. Not there. Regret. This world is broken beyond repair. We must weave something new. A wagging finger. There is only so much thread in this place. Do not waste it. I am our only salvation. Oh, we're back at chapter 1 and we've got a trophy denial. Return to your destined path or face the consequences.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Alright, give me a second. We are just going to skip unseen tech. No. I don't want to skip unseen text. I want to skip seen text. Okay, note, you can skip previously seen dialogue by hitting R1 on your controller. Okay. Okay. You know what? Can't someone else do this?
Unfortunately, you're the only one.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I asked that. Okay, well, I tried turning around and leaving. That didn't help me out, so, okay, thanks for telling me what to do.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job. You make your way up the short path to the cabin.
Okay. We'll proceed into the cabin. Yeah, I don't know if the princess is some kind of spirit or if there's a spirit
The
out there
interior of the
waiting for
cabin is
her.
almost-
You know what? We didn't take the blade last time. Let's take it.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
And we'll enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Yeah, that's a good question. What happens if we do obey the narrator, since we seem to have repeated tries? I mean, my other question here is, I don't know that we can get her out without obeying him,
Her
so...
voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Well, that was different. This seems to be a different princess.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't
Okay.
let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
I wondered why I couldn't skip this dialogue. Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
Okay.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
We don't focus very well.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Well, now that you've mentioned it. I mean... Okay, yeah, you caught me. I'm here to slay you.
That isn't a good idea. Just drop the knife, and maybe the two of us can talk things out.
She's right, we shouldn't. We should just drop the blade. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
I mean, he's right. Since when did the hero become the voice of reason here? She's chained up. If I drop the blade, what's the worst that can happen, right? We're gonna drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling
We're just
hands
gonna talk.
and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Okay. I don't like how you said that, but...
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed.
What do I need arms for to talk? Well, to both, yeah.
We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
To be fair, I never forget about a blade.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Yeah, fair. You know what? What's your name? Let's see if we get any further with this.
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Okay.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
Okay, narrator, you haven't given me any detail either, so I can't trust you. How long have you been down here?
Too long.
Okay.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
Love that for me. A relationship? Are you coming on to me?
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
Okay, well, I don't know where I was going with that. You know what? How would I get you out of here? Since last time that didn't work for me.
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right?
I'm pretty sure she is.
She is. I'm sure of it.
Do you know why I'm here to kill you?
Do you?
Not really. I know what I've been told. Whether or not I believe it is an entirely different matter.
So, you're not going to share? How pointless. If you want to talk, I'll talk. But this isn't talking.
Girl, you have shared absolutely nothing about yourself. You weren't talking either. I don't think I'm gonna get anywhere with this. There we go. We'll free her from this mortal coil. That'll get her out of this basement. You know what? Fuck it. We've talked enough.
Oh? Have you decided what to do with me?
I have.
You know why you're here.
I'm gonna slay the princess. Because trying to get her out of the chains didn't work last time. And I still don't think keeping her locked away is gonna do shit. So we're gonna follow the game's direction and actually do what they tell us.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through.
Oh, lovely.
A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw. It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured. Holy shit, that hurt! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing.
I mean, she can hit me with like a sledgehammer, so no, we're not on equal footing, but thank you.
Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit. We can still turn this around.
I don't know that we can. But you know what? I'm not a quitter. We're gonna finish the fucking job.
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here either.
Exactly. Raging Loop did teach us that murder is a viable love language when you experience time loops. So if she just continues to kill me, maybe she'll fall in love with me and have mercy on me one of these times.
Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now. Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh.
The two of you fall to the floor.
We did it, and now we're gonna die together, which also feels somewhat romantic.
This was fun.
The princess
Let's do it again
gasps,
sometime.
her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
I take it it's not.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
See you again. Oh, chapter 2, the adversary. So I really
You're on
fucked
a
that one
path
up, didn't I?
In the woods. And at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here
Yeah,
to
princess.
slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
But I already slew the princess. I mean, sure, she also killed me, but I definitely got her. So why am I here again?
I can assure you that you didn't slay her and that she didn't kill you. People don't just spring back to life after dying, and the two of us are meeting for the very first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. That's fine. It doesn't matter if he can hear us. The only thing that matters is marching up to that cabin and winning.
Okay, the voice of the stubborn is going to be my favorite. I'm calling it now.
That's the spirit. There's no point in squabbling when the real threat is just up that hill.
Okay, let's assume I'm telling the truth, and all of this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me.
Fourth, but that's okay.
You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
I did listen to you, though.
We did our best with the information we were given, and we did kill her, and yet you still died, didn't you? So congratulations, you've been given another chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
Oh. Okay, last time I just decided to turn around and walk away. I'm starting to realize that maybe we should have gone back to that one because she liked us. Because this one's going to be mad and try to kill us. Do we have to burn the cabin down? I mean, I feel like she'd get out then. She's in the basement.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We killed the princess killed us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left? Ugh, enough with the talking. We've got a fight to win. Nothing else matters.
Okay,
Couldn't
well,
agree more. The cabin and your destined confrontation with the princess awaits.
let's see how badly we fucked this up. You know what? Actually, let's talk about this princess.
Just be quick about it.
Okay, fine. To quote you from last time, she's just a princess. Why was she strong enough to beat me to death with her bare hands? Because that's a very good question.
She is just a princess. Whatever you think happened to you last time, just get it out of your head before you get to the cabin, and you'll be fine.
Who locked her in that basement? What is this place?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
I feel like I need to complicate things to
Why
touch.
do you keep asking questions?
Okay, the voice of the stubborn is now pissing me off. I missed the hero again.
There's nothing wrong with getting the full picture of what's going on here.
Thank you, hero.
Sure there is. It's wasting time and energy that would be better spent fighting.
Okay, if people locked her away, why couldn't they slay her? Why is this falling on me?
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are.
I don't like that.
Oh, I didn't know we were special.
Okay, hero, come on, man.
Yeah, I like the sound of that.
Oh my god.
Of course you're special. Why else would you be here?
There we go. I don't question the fighting prowess of a princess. I've seen magical girl anime. Look, Sailor Moon can knock me on my ass in 2 seconds flat, and I'm aware of that. You're being cagey. What aren't you telling me?
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just
Oh, I can.
overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult.
I can move the thing. Sorry.
What else would we even need to know? We've got all the reason we need for a rematch. Exactly. The less you know about her, the better.
Okay, we killed each other last time around. How can I make sure that doesn't happen again?
Like I said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't talk to her, don't trust her, just go in, do your job, and save the world.
Okay, that's all.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Well, the whole world seems like jackasses at the moment, so, you know what, let's go to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
I don't like warnings, but okay.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Lying and cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight. Are you sure about that? The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is capable of lying in. It was to give you some broadly applicable advice.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking. We should just stab her without saying a word to her this
The
time.
princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her. Ever. Are we clear?
Because I'd like to point out, stabbing her, this time, assuming that we are sort of on the same wavelength, and this is the princess that we have killed, and also remembers killing us, she is going to try to kill us the second she sees us. So, element of surprise here, we're just going to stab her without saying an absolute word to her.
Crystal, let's just get on with it already.
It's not honorable, but someone's got to do it. That someone seems to be me, unfortunately.
The cabin is tighter than its exterior would
this
suggest.
is new.
Its cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
What about the mirror?
See? Even the cabin has the right idea. Let's get moving. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Yeah, you didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall?
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's the altar, the blade sitting on the altar, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
Okay, I thought... What?
There's definitely a mirror.
Thank you.
There isn't.
There is.
You've already wasted so much time in the woods. Who even cares if there's a mirror?
I do. I care. I want to look at myself. I want to see how handsome I am.
I care less about that and more about whether we're being lied to.
Okay, fine.
If he's willing to lie about something as innocuous as a mirror, what else is he hiding from us? I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would it even do?
Let's approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Okay, let's wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Are we hallucinating, or is the narrator, there's something wrong with them?
It was there a second ago, and now it's gone, so all of us can stop arguing about it and get to fighting.
Okay, this whole cabin is different from last time.
Very different. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. The world is depending on you.
Yeah, someone or something is gaslighting us. The thing is that it doesn't actually seem to be the narrator, so...
You take the
You know what,
blade
we're
from
just
the
gonna
altar.
take the blade and stab
It
her.
would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
I'm so stressed. We're not doing shit. All we're doing is making decisions, but they seem like big decisions. I'm in
The
distress.
door to the
I'm a
basement
damsel.
creaks open,
And in
revealing
distress.
a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulphuric odor to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
Oh, she is going to hand my ass to me.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening. Good. Sounds like my kind of princess.
Okay, stubborn, once again. Dick in the pants.
As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight. As you descend the final
hello,
step,
ma'am.
the form of the princess comes into view. A large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall. Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Oh, it's you again. I've been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us.
I know I said we were just going to stab her, but hello, ma'am. You look like you could throw me over your shoulder. Exactly, she's even hotter.
And you brought your little knife, too. Yes. I'm going to have fun breaking you into little pieces.
Okay, I hope you heard all that, Mr. Narrator. This is a lot different than last time, but last time definitely happened.
Okay, fine. Let's say for a moment I believe you. For all we know, whatever happened to you last time was just a fluke, and beyond that, do you know who doesn't remember anything that happened last time? Me. I don't remember what happened last time.
The narrator sounds like he's like this close to a breakdown, and quite honestly, part of that may be me. I tend to have that effect on people.
Are you okay?
I don't think he's okay.
Of course I'm not okay. As far as we're all concerned, the fate of my world is still very much on the line. Not all of us have the luxury of jumping over to a parallel universe the second we die.
That you think. Maybe you do. You look different. I can just turn around and leave. We're gonna do our thing. It hurts me to do this, because let me just say, there's a couple things I'd love to do with her, but we're gonna attack her.
Finally ready to complete your destined task, you launch off the wet stone floor of the basement and catapult yourself headlong towards the princess. Here we go. Let's make this count. Oh, we'll make it count, all right. As you bridge the gap, your blade slashes across the princess's chest, splitting skin and drawing a jagged line of bright red blood.
Oh,
she's unfazed
she's gonna
by your
murder me.
onslaught. Her expression barely changes.
Exactly.
As her
There's
fist
interesting
collides
things we
with
can
your
do with that
ribs,
tail.
cracking them like twigs and driving you right back down to the basement floor. You can hear her chains snap as you struggle to recover from the impact.
So she was just waiting down here for us. She likes us.
Almost looks disappointed in us. Why is she disappointed in us?
Oh, you don't actually get it, do you?
No, I don't.
That knife may be sharp, but you clearly don't want to kill me.
I mean, I don't. Let's be clear here.
It's not fun if you hesitate. It's not fun if you try to trick me and make me bleed out. It's only fun if you go straight for the heart. You need to put everything you have into seeing me dead. Or what's the point?
Okay.
So don't be afraid. Don't hesitate. Kill me.
This is a little, kinkier than I'm normally into, but you know what? Fuck it.
Don't let her get in your head. Reincarnation or not, this world needs you to win. She's huge, but that probably means she's slower than us. Take it slow, think it through, and don't panic. Bleeding her out is our best course of action. Don't listen to them. She understands something that they don't. The only way to win, the only way out of this is through her.
You know what? If a beautiful woman tells me to just strike at her heart and try to kill her, who am I to tell her no? Let's do it. We're just gonna strike at her heart head on.
If that's your plan, then that's your plan.
I don't have a good plan.
Push off the ground, ignoring the pain in your ribs as you charge at the princess once more.
This is what she wants.
Your flesh give way before a sudden impact blunts your momentum, your weapon tightly lodged in the bone of her arm. She grins at you from behind her guard. Pull it out. we'll try a different angle. No.
That's what she said.
This. Just keep pushing. We're not gonna win if our weapon's stuck in her arm.
This is gonna be stupid. But we're just gonna keep pushing, because that's what she wanted, I think. I don't know. The stubbornness in me just I don't want to admit that I'm wrong, so we're just gonna keep pushing.
The princess's grin widens as the two of you push against each other, her fiery eyes and masochistic glee practically lighting up the dreary cave.
Yes, you finally get it, don't you?
Do I? Not really. But, fuck it, I do. It's probably a lie, but we're just gonna say I do.
Nothing exists outside of us. It's just you and me, dying and coming back, clashing against each other. Forever.
Well,
That's not what's going on. There's an entire world at stake here.
I don't know. I've already reincarnated twice.
Yes, the fate of the world doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is this fight. The only thing that matters is getting stronger. And the only way to get stronger is to win, even if it takes us forever to get there. Your balance is suddenly thrown off as the princess pulls you into her knee. It collides with your ribs, and you feel them splinter, cracking like wet wood from the impact.
That's gonna hurt.
We're fine, but you barely have enough time to notice before the princess follows up and smashes her forehead against yours.
Can I at least have a kiss?
Your grip
No?
loosens from the impact, the blade still wedged in her arm as you tumble to the cold stone floor. I said we're fine. I didn't say you weren't fine. I was just describing what happened.
Exactly, it hurt so
You might
good.
not have said as much, but you certainly implied it.
I love how the voices in my head are now bickering.
It really
Thanks,
doesn't
guys.
matter. The princess glances down at the blade embedded in her arm, and with near total ignorance to pain, slides it out of its sinewy prison.
You know, ma'am, we could go out to dinner.
You forgot this.
Or we can skip dinner.
She tosses it at your feet.
We could talk. Or I could just keep trying to stab her. Which she seems to be thrilled with. So you know what? Who am I to say no? We're just gonna attack her again.
You and the princess attack each other once again, each of you dealing a single, terrible, lethal blow. Wait, does that mean we're...
Yeah, that doesn't sound good for us.
dead? Or rather, about to be dead. As your blade pierces her sternum, the princess buries her fist into the soft meat of your organs. You feel a few horrifically painful pops, a gush of fluid, and... it's over. It's finally over. No, it's not. We're just getting started.
Okay, voice of the stubborn, can you bring me back to life
It
then?
is over. Dead is dead. I know this isn't the happiest ending for you, but you saved the entire world from ruin. There are few better endings than that. Well, are you going to listen to him? Or are you going to listen to me? Get up.
Sure, what the fuck? We'll get up.
No, that can't be right. Your eyes bolt open and you push yourself back to your feet. Alive. Ha! I told you. I told you this wasn't over. What about her? The blade went right through her heart. What about her? If we're fine, then she's fine.
And we can live down here forever. Doing things.
No, she's dead. She has to be... No!
Oh, well.
Right. We're all shit out of luck, aren't we?
Yeah.
I knew it. I told you we should all believe in her. This is perfect. The princess rises from the ground, staggering slightly, one hand wrapped around the hilt of the blade still buried in her heart.
We don't even need to start over anymore, do we? Let's go again.
She pulls the weapon from her chest, barely wincing, and hurls it at your feet. You know what to do. Again! But she came back. What's the point of fighting her if she can just do that?
It's called foreplay, but thank you.
All of you need to settle down. This whole situation is coming dangerously close to untethering. She clearly never actually died. You just missed her heart, that's all.
Okay, yeah.
We just missed her heart? Oh, of course, that's all. You were the one who said we hit her heart. You were the one who said it was finally over. Well, I guess I had it wrong.
Well, narrator,
Yes, you
change
had
it.
wrong. Aren't you supposed to know everything? I never said I knew everything.
Okay. Close to untethering, what is that supposed to mean?
Nothing. It means nothing. I shouldn't have said that.
No, please continue
You
on.
did say it, so it means something. Oh, stop bickering over nothing. Our destiny is right in front of us. Pick up the blade and go to her. Okay, fine. That is what I meant by untethering. Do you hear him rambling on about destiny? He's lost the thread, and if you lose the thread, you won't be able to save the world.
What?
And what is that supposed to mean? I don't have to answer that, and I'm not going to answer that.
Okay, but I'd like you to answer that.
Bloody hell not! Because right now, there's still a razor-thin chance that you're able to get your act together. There are patterns of thought out there that beg to be finished, but once you finish them, that's it. They change everything. There's no going back, and if I say anything else, you're going to finish one of those thoughts.
What?
What?
Okay. Well, this is wonderful. Yeah, you mean like the princess can't die, don't you? Well, it's too late for that. I think we've all thought about that one. And the princess can die is a lie. Yeah, I think we're fucked, doll. I don't think we're getting out of this one. Yeah, there's no other option. Okay, I'm not gonna say the princess can't die. I'm not even gonna think it.
But you did think it, didn't you? I tried, you know. I tried very hard to make this work. I don't like that resignation. Are you sure we can't just unthink it? Yes, like I said, I'm afraid some thoughts can't be unthought. I'll be back in a moment. I'm going to pour myself a stiff drink. If I'm going to see the end of everything, I'd rather not be sober.
Yeah, this narrator needs to be fired and replaced. This narrator is going through some shit.
So I was right. Why are all of you so glum? This is perfect, isn't it? We get to experience greatness and battle and triumph forever. Well, I think it was the stubborn one who said, your destiny awaits, right? No, hold on. There has to be another way. What if we just leave her down here? What if we run away? What if we convince her not to end the world?
But we reincarnate, and I want to know what happens if she ends the world.
You can't reason with her. Ending the world is her fundamental nature. It's not a decision she can flip on and off. It is her.
The fuck does that mean?
And what exactly can't we leave her down here? Because all it would do is stall the inevitable. And what's wrong with stalling? Oh, there's plenty wrong with stalling. The end is still the end, and I'd rather face mine head on.
Well, that sounds like a you problem
You
then.
mopey ass. Why did you even ask us to slay her if it was going to end like this? Because it didn't have to end like this. If you don't mind, I'd rather not spend everyone's last moments arguing with you.
Okay.
It's time. Yes, I suppose it is. If we fight her forever, then maybe she can't end the world. Maybe everything can still work out.
Yeah, maybe.
I guess we'll just have to see how things play out.
Don't you get it? You don't have to shuffle your feet. What comes next is going to last forever.
Oh, lovely. All right, I don't have any other options, so we're gonna join our adversary.
With an unbreakable determination, you snatch the blade from the floor and stumble back to your feet. Both you and the princess quake with adrenaline as your eyes lock across the basement floor and share a knowing look. Free from hesitation, you close the distance, both you and the princess aiming to end each other. Your blade digs into her neck, grinding against her vertebrae as her fist connects with your body. The impact forces the air from your lungs, stars dancing in front of your eyes as you fail to keep your bearing. You both collapse to the ground before either of you has a chance to survey the damage. And then we get up.
Do we get up? We get up.
Yes. And then you get up.
That was a good one. More.
We're gonna slay the princess.
You and the princess exchange dozens of devastating blows. Sometimes you manage to strike first, and sometimes she tears through you before you have a chance to act. But more often than not, each of you fells the other in the same moment.
This feels like we're still losing.
And then you get up and do it again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again. We're all still here. This is all gonna be okay, isn't it?
I don't think it is. But he doesn't answer the voice. He's gone.
What are you waiting for? I'm right here. Do you think this is... What is this place?
Did we do this? Huh. I didn't think we had it in us. But I guess that stuck-up control freak was right. It's the end of the world, isn't it? It's the end of everything. Far from it. We're still here. And she's still here too.
The princess stumbles and her body slumps.
I feel so... tired.
Are you okay? I don't think she's okay. Uh-oh. You do not have an opportunity to respond. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her stead.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
I don't know where she went, and I don't even know how we'd go about looking for her.
You're right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing.
It's like it's mocking us.
The narrator is gone.
He is. Does that mean the world ended?
I'm gonna guess
The
so.
world didn't end. We're still here. Come on. We just need to keep going.
Well, my only option is to approach the mirror. I have a bad feeling about this. I feel like we made a mistake somewhere along the line. It was probably right at the beginning, but
I'm begging you, don't do this.
I don't have an option. The mirror never scared you before.
It's different now. It feels... I don't know. Final.
Oh. You approach the mirror, and we'll gaze into our reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. I guess I'll proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin, and I'll approach her. You recognize the presence inhabiting the shell. It is the entity that dwells in the spaces between.
Something returns to the long quiet. It has surrendered its path of annihilation and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
You're that thing I met in the space outside of the woods, aren't you? I thought that was a dream.
Vague recollections, empty tunnels without a mouth. I am sorry if I frightened you.
What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
I don't know. Solitary lights? What do you mean?
Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more.
I don't know what I am.
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
The gift of a fragile vessel.
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one yearns to grow and struggle. Even now I feel a will pushing against mine, not realizing that we are one. She will make for a bold heart. Do not mourn her. We will provide her with the growth she fought for.
Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
I mean, yeah, please let her out of there.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me. I promise that it doesn't hurt.
Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
But were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Yeah, it kind of feels like it does, when one of those things wasn't there to begin with. Okay, I have a choice now. Yeah, she's kind of the Abby to someone else's Morgana, I guess. Okay, I don't think attacking is going to do anything. I don't know what destroying my body's gonna do. I don't know what happens now.
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them.
I don't know that we should reach them.
There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Oh. Okay, I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
Okay, that doesn't seem like an answer, but, aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
That's fair. How much will I forget?
Everything. Until we meet again.
How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find.
Thank you.
I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
And what if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
I mean, we know how to go back. But fuck it, I'm not going back. I'm just gonna wait it out.
If you need time, then I'll wait with you.
Fuck it, I'll wait forever.
You are as I am now. and forever is a long time to remain undone. I am not you, but I know that I would return before forever was finished. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping? If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage. You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
Okay, well, I guess we're continuing, based on the fact that I have no other options.
I see you have returned to me. Days mean nothing in the maw of forever. I never left your side.
Okay, make me forget, I guess.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Everything goes dark, and you die. All right. Back at chapter 1.
You're on a path.
Okay, so
Don't mention it.
let's do the damsel again. So we'll refuse to kill her and have her kill us.
The interior.
So I think I remember all the things that I did. Hey, I think I made a slave you. Let's just examine the chains.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a...
Okay. Well, if there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains?
Probably not, but...
Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free.
I mean, that's fair. But
You attempt to make your way
we
out.
know that she goes a little crazy with it.
You make your way to the bottom of the...
Alright. We are going to save the princess.
Fine.
She's going to eat her way out.
No,
We are going to warn her.
stop that.
I can't resist. It's not allowing me to pick the option. I don't wanna. They've wised up to my game. I guess we'll slay the princess.
There's no getting through to you right now, is there?
There is not.
A betrayal of will is still a betrayal. You'll regret thinking of me as a helpless damsel.
She pounces on you with the same animal ferocity she used to tear through her arm. But you have a weapon. You raise the blade, digging it under her ribs, aiming directly for the heart.
I tried to resist.
It's not enough to stop her. You feel her claws in your throat, then her teeth, somehow sharp enough to pull apart your flesh and sinew with ease. You collapse to the floor, your body unresponsive as your blood pools on the ground beneath you. She stares down at your ravaged form, eyes shining in the darkness, dress stained in red as her blood and yours both seep into the fabric.
Yeah. The narrator has not had a good time this time so far.
If we're lucky, the wound you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, it will kill her before she can reach the outside world. It can't just end like this, right? As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Well, chapter 2, The Witch. Okay, well, we haven't gotten the damsel back yet, but I tried.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay, well, we'll just go to the cabin then, I guess.
A warning. She will lie.
Don't worry. You can trust us to get the job done.
Oh, we're an opportunist this time. Love that for us.
The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Well, that's new.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
You know what? Last time examining the mirror didn't do anything for us. So we're just gonna enter the basement. We're gonna try to save her.
No blade. Hope you know what you're getting us into.
I have absolutely no idea what I'm getting us into.
It'll always be here if we need it. Sure, that was also true last time and we still died, but we definitely know what we're doing this time.
Yeah, sure. Totally, 100%.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw, waiting to swallow you up into the earth.
Lovely.
The air
Creepy.
smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
I'm not nasty.
But you are. You're a wretched little thing.
I mean, I did try to kill you last time. That was the narrator's fault, though. I take no
recognize that
responsibility.
voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
She must have you confused with someone else.
I don't
She
think so.
seems friendly enough. Maybe
Does
we
she?
can talk our way out of this whole situation.
Okay, did they misspell optimist? Because opportunist does not seem to be it.
You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is.
Okay, last time I tried to kill her and that didn't go well for me, so...
Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions? Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk?
Damn.
You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine, fine. You're the boss. Thank you.
Oh, she's
You
cute.
descend the basement steps, entering the dark room below. You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are, once again seeming to offer a helping hand while likely hiding the other behind your back. Fine, I'll play along for now. What do you want?
She's acting like the two of you already know each other.
We might.
Oh, no. You've already been here, haven't you?
Oh, you remember.
That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it. Do you remember us then? Do you remember last time? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true.
Well, I'm glad we didn't drive him to breakdown this time.
I'm just glad we could put all this behind us.
I will say there is a definite problem with me being able to move this with the controller because now you all get to see how much I bounce. Thank you, ADHD.
Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her.
let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy.
I'm gonna guess not a middle ground, but I'm gonna try to save her this time, because that's what I tried to do last time.
Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
Okay, look, I know, things got messy last time. But I think there's something bigger than both of us at work. We should team up. Let's see if we can't get the collaboration early.
I suppose you didn't come into my hovel of your own accord, did you? All right. I suppose I could team up. I need a way out after all. And unfortunately, you're the only one I have.
Seems to me like she's offering a mutually beneficial arrangement. We should take it. Do you know what the word mutually means? Because it sounds to me like she's offering an arrangement that benefits her and her alone.
The narrator is not wrong there. I'm sorry about last time.
Ooh, smart. Let's apologize. Get us back on the right foot.
Oh, you're sorry. Isn't that nice? You're such a gracious little monster.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. I did
If
kill
you're
her.
sorry,
Or
then
try to
let
kill
me
her.
out of here. Prove it.
Okay. I didn't bring my blade down, remember? How am I supposed to get you out of these chains?
Oh, I don't need you to cut me out.
Then what do you need from me?
The princess grins as the chains fall from her wrist.
Well, what was the point of the chains
She
then?
could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest. This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
I'm not gonna stop her. Okay, fine, let's leave. What the fuck is going on outside? Get your shit together, people. You know what? Let's leave. We're gonna leave with the princess.
Yes, let's.
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face.
I mean, she shouldn't trust me, because I did try to kill her, but...
She never breaks eye contact.
She's so
even as the
cute,
two
though.
of
Look
you
at how
find
fluffy her
yourselves
tail is.
Face to face. She's silent for a long moment, as if testing to see what you'll do now that she's within arm's reach.
After you, darling. You're the one it lets come and go. It's best if I follow.
Oh no, we can't have that. If anyone is going to turn their back on anyone else, she's going to turn her back on us.
How about we just shuffle up the steps, like, face to face, but sideways? And just, like, hop up.
It shouldn't matter who leads and who follows. We're working together here. Well, if it doesn't matter, then she can go first. We may be in this together, but that doesn't mean we have to trust her.
We are going
Somebody
to
has
trust
go
her.
first, and it might as well be us. We're the ones who broke her trust last time.
Thank you.
You're talking a lot about trusting someone who, by her very definition, cannot be trusted. I don't know how many more warnings I have to dole out, but if you help her out of here, you're going to regret it.
You don't know what's going on, Mr. Narrator. We're just gonna do it. We're gonna step onto the stairs. She may stab us in the back.
That's right. You're the one who's going first. Don't worry, I'll be right behind you watching every single thing you do.
Okay.
That's exactly what I'm worried about.
I'm not
You
worried
step
until
onto
we
the
get up
stairs and
where the
begin
blade
your
is.
ascent from the basement. The princess follows close on your heels, perhaps even a little closer than you'd like.
Can we hold hands?
You're only saying that because you want us to feel nervous. I do want those things, but I want them for a good reason. I don't need you to trust me for my sake, because I already know that I'm right. This is for you. Can we walk backwards up the stairs? I think that's the smarter idea. She can't sneak in and attack if we're facing her.
Okay, the opportunist needs to grow a spine.
No. The stairs are a bunch of overgrown roots. You'll trip and hurt yourself. But the princess is silent as you both continue the climb, and in no time at all, the upstairs of the cabin is within reach. Isn't that a relief? We're fine. Nothing happened.
Exactly, see?
You're not even going to wait until you're through that door to proudly claim your victory, are you?
Nope.
What did you just say that? I think we know why. You feel something dig into your shoulder, sharp and piercing. The princess clawing at you and pulling you down with her full weight. With Together you tumble back down the uneven stairs, your body and hers crashing against the unyielding wooden roots, until finally you both separate with a bone-shaking thud against the basement floor. You feel something pop.
I was too trusting. For once.
The princess lands against the far wall, gasping as she struggles to recover from the impact.
What was the point of that, girl?
You're still in shock, trying to get a hold of yourself. She grins as you continue to remain exactly where you are, cackling derisively as she watches you realize that you won't be getting up.
I mean, did she just do that out of spite? Because I get that.
Wait, why won't we be getting up? I'm afraid your back is broken. One unlucky fall is all it takes, really, and you had several.
Well, that's unfortunate for us.
You know what? I'll say it. That sucks. I don't like having a broken back.
I don't either.
You were going to help her. Why? Why did she do that?
Well, because we stabbed her in the back last time.
That's what I would have done.
Well, good
if
for you.
Considered not being like that. Of course not. It's what keeps us alive. And yet here we are, paralysed and stuck with someone who hates us in the basement of a remote cabin.
Lovely.
You must have known this was coming. The arrogance of turning your back to me after everything you've done.
We were never going to get up those stairs, were we?
The princess lets out a mocking laugh.
By our very natures, only one of us could make it upstairs unscathed. Someone had to make the first move. Better me than you.
See, this is why I wanted her to go first. I had this whole little scheme planned, where once she'd passed by the table upstairs, I'd have said, now pick up the blade and stab her in the back.
I hate the opportunist because it is logically what I would sit there and go, you know what, that would be the best plan, but it's like getting the mirror shoved in my face.
And then you'd say something like, wow, that's an amazing idea that I never saw coming. Thanks for looking out for us. And then you would have done it and we wouldn't be stuck down here with a broken back. There's just one problem with that. And what's that? She was clearly planning to betray us. And if she was in front of us, she would have gotten to the blade first.
That is true.
You're right, aren't you? I thought this whole thing was ironclad, but really it was doomed from the start, wasn't it?
Thank you. I'm glad that the opportunist is also a moron.
The princess's body twitches as she tries to get up.
Oh, good. We're both paralyzed.
So she's got it as bad as us.
Something inside me is broken. Isn't that a cruel twist of the knife? Isn't that so funny?
Yeah, this kind of feels like just desserts.
She eyes you with intensity, silence falling between you for a long moment as her gaze travels up and down your battered form.
Seems I'm not the only one, though.
Wait, are we both just stuck?
We are both stuck here just waiting for the other one to die slowly.
Certainly seems that way. What a way to go. But look on the bright side. In all this chaos, you may have actually managed to deliver a lethal wound. World could be saved after all.
We're going to die together. Isn't that a lovely treat? I wonder how long it'll take. Maybe I'll get to watch the worms lick your bones clean.
Is that really what's going to happen now?
Yeah, so, seen any movies?
Hello? Are you still there? What happens next?
I think the narrator's gone. He doesn't respond.
I think he's gone.
Something strange is twisting this place out of shape. I wasn't feeling much of anything, but now I feel cold.
And there she goes again. But you don't get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Of course you're scared. This is the end for you. But it's not the end for me.
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now. You better watch your back. You can't get rid of me that easy.
And we'll approach the mirror again. You approach the mirror and gaze into our reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave. But you need to see what's in it. You've grown. You find yourself in the long quiet once again, and we'll proceed to the cabin again. You are at the cabin and approach her.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Everything you say feels like a riddle. Can you give me a single straight answer?
I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say.
Well, now I feel bad.
If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions. The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
What does it feel to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
When this is all done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed, but in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right?
There is still much to be seen. Neither of us know the depths of our being. Perhaps at the end of this, I will be the one to kill you. Or perhaps we will leave this place together and find new horizons to discover.
I'd like that. When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Why?
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
That's fair. What do you want me to bring you next time? I
Gifts
take
aren't what someone tells you to bring
questions,
them.
requests.
Do not worry. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is hope marred by bitterness and betrayal. She could see the end of the tunnel, and the door was closed on her. She will make for a righteous heart. Do not mourn her. She is finally on the other side.
So you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow?
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
I'm very scared because the only two things I've shown you so far are I can kill you and hey, I can kill you again. So whatever you are now is probably not great. I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear things will be.
The vessels are a weave of emotion at odds with themselves, but they are only perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
If I am to be an ocean, you have given me enough to build a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. I will transcend in due time, and there is no way forward but to contribute to my awakening.
I guess I'm ready to go back.
I await your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die. All right, so we're back in chapter 1. What
You're
I
on a
want to
path in
see,
the
though...
woods, and at the
So if I can't redo them, my question is, how do I get back to paths that I took, but I did the wrong thing, like the damsel? I don't know. We will find out. So we are going to end here for tonight. And also, there's a severed arm in these waters. What the hell? Next stream is, let's see, today is Thursday, I believe. It is Thursday. Next stream is Sunday, 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Pacific. I might try to do an extra stream. We are running a little bit behind, and I have a couple more work trips coming up. So we will take another few hiatuses. I apologize. I'm working on a contract that has me traveling quite a bit. So yeah, keep an eye out on our Twitter account, and we will announce if we do anything special coming up. But next planned stream is Sunday, 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Pacific. As a reminder, voting has started, so go vote if you're able to in the US. What is it? Exert your civic duty or whatever that saying is. And I think that's all I got. So thanks for hanging out, and we'll be back soon. Have a good night, all. Good night.